Hi everybody, this is Al Spath, your poker insider here with another broadcast on Heartbeat Poker Channel. As a former dean at Poker School Online, I've had the privilege to work with thousands of players over the past 25 years as a poker coach, and today I'm going to be watching and observing a couple of members of Heartbeat Poker. We've got Ronster sitting at the table. We've got Hard Noodle sitting at the table. And we're going to see what they can do. Ronster's already up, sat with 50, he's up to 76, and Hard Noodle just sat down. I put myself on the waiting list as well. We got a lot of money at the table. We got 122 from Roy, 141 from Mark. Fubar over here's got 65. He's got a little bit of Ronster's money. Ronster was up to 90. We had a couple of early, I've been watching for a while. But this is an open mic Sunday conversation. We're just talking cash games and talking about strategies. Hard Noodle's going to come back in a second. He's getting some hot chocolate for his kids. Is that you back now, Mark?
Yeah, I'm back. Cartoons and hot chocolates ready.
Well, nobody's sleeping in your house if your kids are up, so you'll have to just raise your voice and intensity just a little bit for everybody to hear. Um, we also have Ed Davis on the line. He's going to go over and check and chat and see if we're live on Heartbeat that we're broadcasting.
Still showing channel offline. But I see your chat there, Al.
Well, it looks like there's 3 or 4 people in there, but you don't see it broadcasting. It may be on a 90-second delay.
Yeah.
So just hang on just a minute. See if it comes up. If it doesn't, then I'll have to restart it.
Ron, do you always men raise like that from the button?
I do various things, so,
Okay.
Yep.
I may have somebody come to my front door here and shortly. A neighbor just came home. I got 3 or 4 Christmas packages that were delivered yesterday that I didn't want to leave outside because of all these people stealing off the porches. I don't know if you've noticed that new trend in America. People just drive on up to the door to follow the UPS truck and they just go up and scoop the damn packages.
Yep. I don't know when UPS started doing that, but they hardly ever knock on the door or anything anymore.
just leave it there.
A friend of mine had this lady who was driving like a Mercedes Benz steal his packages in southern West Virginia, and it was on like ABC News and Nightline, and they showed the clips again of it this year. I mean, people just have some serious balls.
Yeah, they're pretty brave. They're gonna walk up on
Hey
somebody's
Ed, are
front
we
porch.
streaming?
Yep, it's up.
Okay, great. Welcome everybody. I see that we've already got Bum Hunter King and Dice 199. If you want to come into the chat, you're welcome to do that. I'm Al. I'll put it here. Al.spath on Skype. I'll bring you in if you want to talk. We got, like I said, Hard Noodle Mark is up here. And we've
Oh,
got Ronster. Where are you from, Mark?
I am from the Texas-Oklahoma border. I work in Dallas and live in Dallas now. I live about a mile from Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Somebody
Yeah.
got it.
Somebody a Redskin fan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yep.
Here's Teach.
The one year you guys can talk.
Yeah. So now 3 of us are on the table, and as long as one of us is in the hand, we can't just divulge or give any advice or anything like that. We're just going to talk about what we might be doing if the person that's in the hand is doing the betting. Okay, and they'll see my cards on a delay of 90 seconds, but you guys will have to say yours if you're in fact in a hand and the other 2 of us are out. But if any of us are involved in a hand, we'll just keep quiet and observe.
Gotcha.
But this is Sunday conversation at a cash table. This is a chance for Ed and Mark or anybody to answer the questions. Mark, if you want to at any time take over the conversation and act like it's your Twitch stream, go ahead and just give us your commentary.
Yeah, let me turn this Twitch off. There we go. Could you guys hear that?
Yeah.
I was trying to watch the Twitch stream and it was getting
No, you
advertising,
don't
so I
want to do
closed
that
it.
at the same time.
No, that'll throw you off.
Okay, so who's on the table? We got Ron and Al, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both there stealing my blinds.
Yeah. Only if we can.
That's a big tell at a table when someone says, "Hey, they're stealing my blinds," and then he raises. The man has got himself, a decent hand here. I would think that I'm going to fold my queen four here. I would think that Mark's got something like, maybe pocket tens, ace jack, maybe even better than that. What do you got, Mark?
5, 6 of
Oh
clubs.
my goodness. Oh my
Monster.
goodness. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on you at 5, 6 clubs there. That's my kind of move.
I was just thinking about that the other day. How you're looking, or it sent me a program called Equity. What was it called? Um,
Phew, can't remember the name of it either.
I own a program that I haven't used. It's called Flopzilla, and it does the same sort of thing,
That's
but I
it,
haven't.
Flopzilla,
I
yeah.
haven't used it. It's
Whoa, whoa,
called.
whoa, 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 whoa,
What's
whoa.
going on here?
We've got a raise and a
A re-raise
re-raise and a
and
re-re-raise.
a min re-raise.
Okay, I am folding. Mark is definitely folding.
I'm getting out. Is anybody
Right.
else on the table here on
It was just
this deal?
Ronster, and I'm
Okay.
going to say, don't say
Bronster,
it's got kings or aces, yes.
that min re-raise there, or
Mark's has got probably
min 4 bet.
jacks or ace king. What do you got, Ronster?
I have an ace king.
Ace king. Okay, so you took my advice from earlier when you
Yes,
just
yes, I did.
called with the
Wow.
ace queen. This time you raise with the ace king. It makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Huge
Well,
difference.
he didn't raise. He 4 bet
I
Yeah.
bet.
min. I think if you would have raised that more, you might have gotten called. That min 4 bet there, I think scared the hell out of
I
everybody.
don't think he wanted her. I don't think he cared about getting
That's
a
correct.
caller there. I think he just wanted to end it, and if he got a caller, he felt that he might, if they're calling him, he might have been a good favorite against anybody, but he didn't want more than one person.
Yes,
I,
sir.
I think if I would have been marked there, and I had jacks or queens, and you re-raised big, I might have put you on ace king. But that min raise of his re-raise almost, I would I put you on aces or kings immediately. So
Yeah, I put you
it
on
was
a
a good
big one, but
bet.
that's the reason that you do it that way. That's
Right,
exactly
right.
what he's trying to project.
Well,
Yeah,
he did a good job of it.
right. I'm trying to
I would,
project that I have something phenomenal to be able to four bet. I have a good hand, but I don't see a lot of strength coming out of Rolani. I didn't see a lot of strength coming out of March. I thought my four bet was the way to go because if I just check there, I might be outdrawn or whatever. And that it's just something that I've been working on, and so now it's starting to come to fruition.
I think it was the perfect play. I think, like I said, I think if you actually bet more there, you're more apt to get called. Because I put you on a really big hand to come over the top with a min raise like that. I guess it's more psychological than anything.
Well, when you see a fourth bet, when you see a raise, a re-raise, and then another bet, you really think it's got to be group one. So
And
it's
the amount that he raised was just like, come and get it.
this is true.
Because he only had to call $5 to see a flop
What do you
for
got, Ron?
was
Pure queens.
Now, see, I don't know if I always agree with this one here. The only reason I agree with him re-raising here is he gets out the button, but he also is going to get this guy out with a quality hand who's kind of been doing a little bit of splashing, and I don't know if I would have re-raised that much, but calling would have invited Roy, and then your queens might have got spiked out. So
Hey,
I don't know if the $11. I think I want March to call. I don't want Roy to call. So I think the 11 was high.
okay.
In my opinion, that's just my opinion.
Well, it's just like when we talked about value betting, when to do it, when not to do it, in a way, because
Wait a minute.
it.
Wait, hang on a second. I got 4 or 5 suited here, but I'm out of position and I'm facing a raise from a guy that hasn't really been in too many hands. So I'm going to fold it, even though I love this hand. If I was in position here, I would definitely be playing this hand. But out of position, I'm letting that one go. And some people might disagree with me, but I
What
really
you
have
have,
to
Al?
hit. I really have to hit good for that hand to work. So I just felt I was
What
going to
did
be
you lay down there?
4-5 suited,
Oh,
4-5
that's kind
suited.
of like my 5-6.
Yeah, but I was facing the raise first. Now, even if I re-raised him, I would be out of position the whole round, and he could come back over top if he really had a legit hand.
I'm gonna fold a hand here that I know a lot of people say that you should play because it's only 50 cents into this thing. But I have King Nine, and like you said, I would rather have 4-5 here than I would King Nine. I don't want to hit a king here with a raise
You're right.
because then I
Also,
might get stuck in there to call a bet.
Yeah, I think that in that situation, the king nine is not a good hand. But I'll tell you, against the min raise and the min call, from March there, one move you could have done there was made a $5 bet and taken
yeah,
the money.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
That
think you probably got two choices
instead
there.
of
Try to take it down
thinking about
pre-flop.
fold, thinking about a re-raise because they didn't signal any strength, and it's doubtful they're going to call you, you know, four $4.
Along the lines you were talking to Ron about, raising too large with those queens.
Yep.
I haven't had trouble with it these days. When you're at a position like that, and say an ace flops, it puts you in a real tough spot. I know I talked to you about it before with calling with a big ace,
Mm-hmm.
to catch somebody with a weaker ace,
Correct.
raising from the button. But when you're at a position like that, it's really hard to get a read on especially if an ace doesn't come down.
Well, if I would have bet smaller and Marks would have called, and let's just, for argument's sake, say he had an ace nine or an ace ten, and he calls with it, and an ace hits, I'm in jeopardy. However, the percentages or the odds of that hitting are not great. So technically, I believe Al was correct. I should have bet a little smaller.
No, no, he was correct. He was correct. And he's correct about the with the strong ace just calling instead of re-raising. Um, just maybe it's just me personally. I get uncomfortable out of position when there's overcards or when I don't flop right, and
Yeah,
then you get a bet into you.
we all do. We all do. I mean, look, if you have an underpure or something, or you don't flop right, or whatever it is, and you're out of position, well, difficult. And a lot of these guys will and this again is something that I advocate all the time, which is you got to watch the player, what he does, and the ranges he plays, so that if you are in that position, you have a shot or percentage wise of understanding what he's trying to do. Here's a thought.
What do you, oh, nothing.
Head six.
Ed, have you got any questions? Something you've been thinking about for a
Yeah,
while,
Ed.
or anything you're having problems with?
Ed played live last night, first time in a long time over at the casino. He took his mom to casino for her birthday, and he played a tournament with 45 people. He paid like 75 plus 5 for extra chips to get in. And had Ed tell us how you did there?
I got 11th out of 45. I had about 12 big blinds left. The blinds were 1,000, 2,000 with a 300 ante, and I was in middle position, and I went all in with ace king and a guy who had that it was the third time he got pocket aces in the last half hour. We were all stunned, called, and he busted me out.
Man, man,
So
man.
so I missed the final table by one spot, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy stacking chips when I win pots.
Hey, oh,
It's so much
don't we
fun.
all?
Oh, it's just I love it.
Could
I can't wait to go back. Really can't wait to play again.
have.
How'd your mom do? I like
Um,
taking my mom. That's why I'm asking. My mom's a crazy lunatic poker player. I like taking her because she's.
Mama loves slots. She likes to play slots.
Oh,
Very
she didn't play
expensive
poker.
slots.
She's a slouch.
No.
She do
So
any good?
Mama was up. I think she was up probably 30, $40 on the evening,
Okay.
and that's good for her. So
Ed, where do you live?
I live in Caldwell, Ohio. It's in
Okay.
southeastern
Yeah.
Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, mom. I take my mom to. We don't have any casinos around here. Up where I used to live, they built the Choctaw Indian Casino, which is huge. It used to be a truck stop when I was growing up, but now it's a really big casino. But where I live around here, they just have like poker rooms at people's houses and stuff.
Yeah. Now I bet that only because the two came out, I was betting the fact that he would think that I was in a blind hit the two. I was betting he didn't have the two. He told me he did. I didn't have anything. I had Queen Jack. I was just taking a stab at the pot. Excuse me.
I haven't seen $1.25 take down a blind yet.
No,
Not this time either.
no.
No, I guess not.
So he's now. This is my take. Okay, I put out the bet, and Al comes over the top of me. Now Al plays two ways, so he could be taking advantage of me, or he could have a good hand.
I
So
think Ronster's got Jack 10 or Queen 10.
no,
I don't think Teach has anything. I
I-
think he's down. I think he's down a few dollars and he's taking it off of you.
I got pocket twos. What'd you have, Ronster?
well, I had you. I had pair of sixes.
Pair of sixes, yep. But you can't call out raise out of position, can you?
Nope, and that's why I didn't call.
That's why you raise in position.
Yes,
You
sir.
got fold equity, folks. You get people to fold even when they shouldn't fold because they have the best hand, but they don't know that.
hmm That's exactly correct.
Now, this guy Roy here, he's raised and folded, and that's all he's done. I don't see him doing too much here, so he's just waiting on a big hand or something.
It's what he does. He's very patient. He'll sit there for as long as it takes.
I
Well,
haven't
he's
played
playing.
with this guy.
I think if you, the only thing I don't like about at this full flush table is, or at the site, you can't see how many tables unless you go physically to each table. You can't find out how many tables somebody's playing at one time.
Oh,
I want to remind those folks that are in chat today, please follow Heartbeat Poker if you haven't. There's a lot of giveaways, there's prizes. Last night there was a 4-camera event and they gave away some rubies and whatever the hell it, gifts are for entries into things. And tell some friends, just make sure that they download it from heartbeatpoker.com so that they get to see those tournaments. Otherwise they won't see them in the lobby and they won't be eligible for some of the prizes. So please tell them and follow here. We've got probably up 20 in the last day or so. I've been really pumping it out at social media, and a lot of folks have come in and are checking you guys out. So I'm here broadcasting. I'm Al Spath. I'm your poker insider. I'm the coach. We're just having a Sunday conversation right now. The cash game. We're on Skype. Anybody wants to join us on Skype? Just come into the chat and put your name there and tell us what your Skype name is, and we'll add you.
Mark, I took your advice to heart. You said that the $1.25 wasn't going to take down the blinds, so I raised it to $1.50, and I took down the blinds.
there you go. I raised it at $1.25 just to see what I was gonna do. See, it didn't work. Is that a good or bad card, Al? I don't think you got that. I don't think you got that. I don't have a kicker though. We'll let this go.
Show you Ace 5,
No, I got 8-6.
8-6.
6 of diamonds.
All right, I have the Ace 10.
Oh, you did have the ace.
Yes.
King 7.
And if you don't believe me, you can watch the stream.
All right.
But Bronson knows for all the years I've been playing, I've never lied about the hands or anything. I also never edit any of my videos. All my videos that are up on YouTube, and there's over 110 of them, they're not edited, folks. I have to act in the same amount of time you do, or I'm watching or shadowing somebody. So we have to get our words in, we get our analysis in, we have to make a decision and not make a mistake. I don't think it's fair to edit. I don't think it's fair to come back and be results oriented. You have to see and you have to learn from mistakes as well as you learn from the good plays that you do. So please subscribe to me up on YouTube. It's Al Spath, 2 words. It's free.
I got caught.
Got caught stealing there with pocket 4s. Chubbs called you down with pocket 4s.
No, no respect, no respect. I didn't want him to see what I had in my hand. I didn't want him to fold.
Yeah.
He's willing to call you down with undercards.
Well, I should have bet the flop if I was going to do anything, but he's going to check like that. I'm going to try to take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Those of you that want to send me an email or schedule a training or anything, it's alspath@alspath.com. Not what it says in the top here, right hand corner of the screen. There's just a misprint there on the PayPal donation thing. It's alspath@alspath.com. Woo! Ronsta does it again, but you hear? I'm thinking that, well, let's
There's a
see.
good. That min raise. It's scary looking, man.
That's not a min raise.
It's not a
No,
big.
he's a min raise over the razor.
He's a pot better.
That's a pop bet.
Oh,
That's
it's
a
a
pop
pop.
bet.
Okay, that's where that's coming from.
That's a pot bet.
Normally, I would make this about
Min,
$5.
min raise would have been $3. I think Ronsta's got probably a lighter hand here. I'm gonna say he's got sevens or maybe ace jack suited or ace queen. What do you got, Ron?
Ace jack off.
Ace jack off. Okay. So you were in the group I thought you had, so that's good. Now he's the first raiser, and now he comes over the top of you, and Ronster folds like a cheap tent.
I
Sure.
think that was more.
Absolutely. Ace Jack, even though he's got position, is a crappy hand. There's a lot of people that play it too strongly. Now Ron's just taking too much time here. He's going to raise to $1.60 or $1.50.
Well, he's got you red. He's got you red, man.
He's got to tell.
It's type fast enough sometimes because you gotta hit that line.
But I know when you're going to raise, and I know when you're not going to raise. What are you raising with here? Let's try this again. Let's see. Let's put him on.
Chubb's here's a station, so if
Let's
you hit
put
something, I'd be
Monster on
betting.
pocket nines or ace eight suited. What do you got, Ron?
Pocket tens.
Pair of tens. And I said nines?
Mm-hmm.
That's close enough for being in the zone. Okay, this is gonna get hairy because Chubbs is the kind of guy that would bet this with the open ender, and Ronster's got the overpair.
I think this is right in Chubb's range right
This is a
here.
very wet board. Oh, look at that card.
Oh, that makes it sick. This is gonna be a big pot.
Well,
Um,
let's see if Ronster does the same thing he did earlier. No, he didn't do it. Didn't get the money in. This guy's going to get the money in for him.
think about it. Think about it.
5-6. There's the draw.
Oh,
I knew he had the draw.
Thank
Got
you.
him.
Ding.
Got him.
Double. He had two pair. Excuse me, two pair. Woo, Ronster's.
Ron, you never even thought about that. You take a breath before you hit that button.
No, there was no doubt in my mind. With Chubbs, because of what I saw Chubbs do a couple of hands ago, and he surprised me that he had two pair there. I thought he had to draw. That's
I
a
knew
big
that
bet.
was.
That's a big bet from Noodle here. I think he's overprotecting a weak hand here. I would say something like a weak ace or maybe a low pair of threes. What do you got? Wait, Ronster's still in. Don't say nothing.
That was.
Don't say
Yeah,
nothing.
I was trying to get Ron to think because that board hit Chubbs' range right on the head.
What did you have just then?
I had 7-8 suited.
7-8
I,
suited.
I was listening to you, Mark, but the thing is that while he could have had the straight or he was going for the open end straight, yeah, I can't look for monsters under the bed all the time. So I had to do what I had to do. And
No. I wasn't disagreeing with what you did. I was just disagreeing with how fast you did it.
that was because I had made my mind up before that was what I was going to do.
Oh,
And
okay. I
what
didn't know that.
Paul wanted me to do was to check and then check raise. I felt in this situation I didn't have to do that, and it turned out I was correct. But that was a good move also.
Yeah, when you got the $16 in there, I think you're pretty much going all the way anyway.
I had made up my mind because I got
Yeah.
top odds. I can't go all the way in like that and then all of a sudden fold. It wouldn't make any sense. So that was
So
predetermined.
what do you do? What do you do if that 10 doesn't come? What if that is just a blank, like a 2?
Yeah, I would have done the same thing
Same thing.
because I'm invested.
Mark, I'm out of position, so I can't call.
I got King 6. I'm out of there, man. Um,
I had Jack 9, but I'd like to play it, but out of position facing a raise, I can't play it.
I just don't like playing hands with reverse implied odds to a raise, especially in the big blind or small blind. I'd much rather have suited connectors or a pair, small pair.
This is an easy fold.
This guy seems to raise every time Roy raises. I don't know if he's just sitting there doing that on purpose, or I
No.
feel like I should just come over the top here with a re-steal, but Roy's so tight, I think he has a hand here. He puts Roy to the test every time he raises.
Wow, what a flop that would have been for me.
Ed,
Yeah,
are you
I
in the
would have
chat?
nailed that too.
Ed, are you in the chat also? Did we lose Ed?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm in the chat as well.
Okay.
Oh, Ed, the reason I asked Al to be on here today is I've been playing poker for a long time. I played poker back when he was on Poker School Online, and I kind of wanted to give my advice to people, but I needed some training on how to get my points across because a lot of this stuff I do subconsciously now when you do it for so long, but to put it into words where people can understand it, I think it's going to take some practice. So if you guys have any questions, ask them, and if they sound dumb, the answers, and tell me they sound dumb. Tell me how I could reword it. Um,
So you're
just
flat calling Ronster here. Don't tell us anything. And I was signaling to the people that were in chat with my arrow that Ronster was going to raise that time. I couldn't say anything, but I tried to signal it. And those in chat, I'm going to say that Ronster has very similar hand to what I folded.
Yeah, I like the question that you'd asked Ron about that last hand when he got the set on the turn. I thought you were asking some really good questions there, and it was an interesting piece of the conversation to hear you guys explain why you would do it your way and why he did it his way.
well,
Ron?
he said that he had his mind already made up, and I just wanted to throw a loop in there and say, what if you didn't have that set? Would you still be as confident getting it all in there with the tens?
Ron, what'd you have that hand?
That was a semi bluff. I had an ace king with an ace of diamonds, so I had to pull a diamond in the river.
I had Queen Jack of Spades. I was gonna float and then bet the turn, but you canceled all that out when when you decided to smash the turn with a pot size bet.
Betting, betting, betting. Bet sizes by your opponents. Betting, betting, betting. Bet sizes by you. They're interpreted. They mean so much at the table. If you don't understand it, give me an email, alspath@alspath.com. I'll send you one of my lessons that talks about bet sizing, and it will go over it together.
Comes out with $1.25. He must have a monster.
It's just a pot size bet.
Huh? He's got like ace nine suited.
No.
No, don't say anything. Ronster's still in. But
I was just giving her a
Ronster can
read. I
talk.
don't know what you
Ronster can
got.
talk if he wants.
Yeah, well. Okay. Let's see what we're going to do here.
Those min raises. If those min raises work, I would do that from now until eternity, because you're betting the least amount and getting the best effect for it. Hmm.
Would you have there?
I had an ace king.
Yeah, I put you on ace queen or something like that. I had a pocket tens.
Yeah, I had you on up here. I need to pull an ace or a king, and I
If
didn't
you
know.
listen,
I had you on up here.
you know how I play, right?
Yes.
You know that I'm playing with good cards. If you suspect I have a pair and you miss on the flop, give it up, because if I don't have a pair, the card you get on the turn might even get you into bigger trouble.
Yep.
Think
Ed, if
about
you're listening,
to your opponent. Think about your opponent and what they play. You know I'm not playing silliness or anything like that. Especially with you two guys at the table and everybody viewing and everything. I'm not going to try to get away with certain things. I'm still going to do my bluff and I'm still going to do my stealing. But I was under the gun.
Yep.
That's another factor. Al was under the gun, and then you raised and Al flatted you. What would I flat you with
On a flush draw board?
You see what I mean? No, pre-flop.
Pre-flop we're talking.
Pre-flop.
Oh,
I'm
pre-flop.
telling him right there that,
Yep.
some information. You got to use all the information that's available right from the beginning.
Right. Exactly.
I would like to hear from Tommy Flynn and Dice and Bum Hunter and Blue Coat. I'll just in chat. Give us some comments. Give us some input. Let us know if you're enjoying this conversation.
That guy's been trying to steal my blind too much. I had to get rid of that.
Mark,
He steals the blind from the cutoff every time.
I
March.
Mark, I remember you from PSO.
What was your name at PSO, Mark?
I went back and looked and looked and looked, and it was either
It was Noodle.
No.
it might have been Noodle, Noodle the River, or just Noodle.
Noodle the River. I remember Noodle the River.
Yep.
Yeah, that was me.
I remember Noodle the River.
Interesting.
By the way, speaking about Poker School Online, one of the lead instructors over there is Dave Romer, the Hitman. He goes by Lango on Heartbeat Poker and on at Full Flush. So just listen to him on Wednesday nights. He's got a broadcast. It's very entertaining.
I was gonna tune into that, but I missed it.
I raise again here with my pocket tens one more time. Get a call from Chubbs out of position. Roy looks like he might want to go higher. I am going to re-raise this. I might get myself in trouble because Roy just min-raised it, but I want to get Chubbs out. I want to get this heads up.
You think 394 is gonna get him out? Maybe.
I don't know. I gotta
Well,
find.
he squeezed him a little bit. There you go.
No, he got
This is the guy I'm worried about. See if he comes over the top big, then I know he's got me beat. But see,
He does that every time, Al. If he doesn't have a premium hand, he's laying it down. I think that's what March is doing. That's where all the money's coming from. Every time Roy raises, he comes over the top and he lays it down. What'd you have anyway, Al?
pocket
you have a good
tens.
hand, or-
I said it. Pocket tens.
Okay.
Well, Al, you know what I love about making a mistake?
What's that?
I love the learning curve you get by making the mistake and learning what you did wrong.
If you acknowledge the fact you made a mistake and analyze it, there's too many people out there that are too busy complaining about how the other person did this and that, and they don't realize it was them, and they don't make the adjustment. What did you raise and call with here?
I actually have a pair of threes,
Uh huh.
and I'm going to go ahead, since he checked, I'm going to bet. Well, if I'm wrong, I'll get killed.
I think he folds sevens, eights, things like that right here because of all those overcards and your aggression pre-flop. See, and if he's got something in the playing zone up there, with a jack or a 10 or ace 10, he's still got a draw. So he must not have had even a draw. So the only thing I can think he had was like a suited connector or a small or medium pair.
Exactly. And
That's just my thinking on it. That
Like-
doesn't mean it's right. I'm just giving you my heads up.
Ed, if you're listening, that player, this Roy guy, this is what we call a weak type player. These are probably the most profitable players you'll play against. You see, he dumps money into the pot, and when you come over the top, he folds it. This is the guy that sees monsters under his bed.
I don't know. This guy Martz is really good at this stuff.
here's the thing. Chubbs just bet $2. Mark's just, cheap bet him. I have a pair of eights, and I'm not going to call. I know you guys probably think I'm stupid, but I'm not going to do it.
I'd fold.
Well, if you have eights and he bet 650, it costs you $6 to call him. He's got to have $60 or 10 times that amount in his stack, which he did, for you to set mine. You're only going to get there 7.5 to 1. That's like 12% of the time. Okay, so that means everybody out there, listen very closely. If 12% of the time you're going to get there, how many times are you not going to get there? 88% of the time. Please mark that down on your brain cells, okay? 88% of the time you're not going to get there. It's not a good bet.
Well,
But
Folded.
Gamblers will bet it. All right. Gamblers will, in fact, bet it. Are you a poker player or are you a gambler? Do you have the odds with you, against you? Are you looking at every edge at the table? These are the factors that go into making the right
Told you he's gonna
decisions.
run up raise from the cutoff. I think he's on automatic there. If you just want to steal from him like that, Ron, go right ahead, because he's just doing it he's doing it every round. When it's folded to him in the cutoff, he raises.
Ace
I was
10
I was
once,
gonna do the same thing. I
I
didn't care what cards I had.
Queen Jack here.
Queen Jack. Okay.
I guess he looks like he's getting ready to raise.
I
That,
think he's getting tired of you doing that,
He's
but
getting tired of you doing
that
it.
looks more of like a
That's
frustration raise.
that's really the good point there. He's getting tired of it.
It's more of a frustration.
I wonder what would happen if I re-raised him.
He probably laid it down if he'd had a great hand.
Yeah, I just want to get myself into a point where I'm way behind and take a big bath at this point, you know.
I'm gonna leave Chubbs alone with this. I got something unplayable.
I had a playable hand there, but
Even for me.
I just wanted to give that one a little rest. Oh, I could play that one too, but not right now. I'm just letting the action come in front of me and taking note of
I'm gonna
everything
get as
that's
much
going.
money in the pot as I can here in hopes that Roy calls because he's gonna fold the flop.
Queen King.
I don't have anything.
What do you have?
Yeah, it didn't matter. I had king two, but it didn't matter what I had because he was gonna call and then he was gonna fold the flop. So I wanted to get as much in there as I could.
So, Mark, one of the things that we talked about when I had that big hand is that I try to predetermine what I'm going to do before it gets to be my turn, if it's at all possible. It makes my life a lot easier.
I was gonna mention that, and I was gonna mention to Ed about how important it is to make a decision and have a plan on the turn. Because if you don't have a plan on the turn, you're gonna end up with a big bet in your face on the river, and so you need to have that planned out before
It's
you.
always good when you make a bet to have a plan of execution. What are you going to do if you re-raise? What are you going to do if you're flatted? But you also have to have an exit plan.
Right.
Don't forget, you're going to have a betting plan. You're going to have it all, this aggression plan, everything. But you got to have a backdoor exit plan because sometimes things don't turn out, and you don't want to lose additional money should you get caught up in something. So don't get yourself so convinced. Go, Noodle, go. What do you got?
I got pocket queens,
Oh,
and I don't know, man.
all I
The
can
way
say
he
is
played this,
go back to the beginning.
yeah, I just replayed it, man. He's got it. He's he's got a
What
weak king.
what happened on the flop?
I bet he called.
You
I checked the
raised,
turn. No, I checked the turn. He bet, and then he bet the river.
but did you raise pre-flop?
Oh yeah.
So he
Oh
called
yeah.
you pre-flop. He didn't re-raise you pre-flop.
Nope. I think he
Okay.
had a weak king. King
I don't know
jack.
if a weak king calls on a raised pot.
Yeah, I would look at it that way also.
Hmm.
Hey Adam, how you doing? Got Ronster that's on the mic today. We got Hard Noodle, which is Mark is on the mic. I got 3 diamonds here against Chubbs. I'm just going to bet in about $2 here to see if he really has a diamond or a king. I'm going to let this go. If he stays or comes over the top, I'm not going to bet again. There's no sense in me betting here. It's his. All he has to do is put a penny out there and I'll fold. Ace nine of spades is not what you want to have with 3 diamonds and a king on the board. And Adam, you want to come in? All you got to do is put Al. Just see right above there. It's Al Spath on your Skype as a contact, and I'll bring you into the conversation. This is open mic Sunday conversation. Now, Ron, so you know I can't fold for that.
That's okay.
Those queens got me in trouble. I was just
Wow.
preaching about not going past the turn, and I did, and cost me an extra $8.
Very nice.
Against anybody else, though, I'd have probably laid that down. I just have a feeling that Chubbs is the kind of guy that.
Ronster, I'm gonna say one thing to you one more time, okay?
Hmm.
All right, and anybody listening, this is just going to Ronster. I don't want you guys listening to this because you might learn something from it. I don't want you to listen. Close your ears off and everything. Ronster, position, position, position.
Yeah.
Like in real estate, location, location, location. You gave me position every time there. You know what I mean? It's just your first bet is
Yep.
the one that did you in. You made a min raise. I throw my hand away if you just do what you're supposed to do out
Right.
of position. When you're out of position, you raise more than you do when you're in position. It's a simple, simple thing, but people forget it all the time, and it leads to what did you bleed off then?
Well, I bled off about 20.
$11
Yeah, something like
for
that.
for
I
for what
think
reason? You know what did you
Mart's
have?
got a real
What
hand
did you
this time.
have?
Actually, Al, you know what? I had you, but
Sure, you had me, but
yeah,
you couldn't tell that because I keep coming over the top of you.
yeah, I see what you're doing.
I wasn't worried that you had me. I knew you had me. I had crapola. At the three helped maybe just get something for a redraw, but I didn't do it because of the three. I did it because of position.
Sure. Yeah, so it all stems back to the pre-flop
I
raise.
fold pre-flop. If you make that $1.25, I fold every time.
Sure. I gave
I
you.
don't. I think I'm done playing hands with any of you guys. I'm just gonna steal Roy's blinds here for the next 2 hours, and I'll walk away.
You better steal your heart out. You're $16 in the hole.
Yeah, I told you that pocket queens got me there.
Yeah, well,
I shouldn't have called that $8 in
you
the.
gotta get back on the horse. You know, you can do that.
Oh, I got no problem with that. I'll be there,
Doesn't
and
So
look I got any.
Roy will be my cash cow to get me there. Hope he doesn't watch this. He's gonna.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
maybe he'll come to me and get some lessons on how to defend his big blind.
Well, Ed was watching yesterday. You know, Ed was the subject of our shadowing session for an hour or a little past an hour. We did two sessions, or actually because we got disconnected on the first one. Ed, I gave you a copy of that on your Skype too, so you got both. One that's up at YouTube, and you also I gave you a copy of the first one that um, we started over because
right.
it wasn't streaming.
Yeah, we were on
So
the
you
wrong
got
stream.
both of them to listen to and look at either your mistakes or your reads and things that I said. So those are good training for you. So that's great. But
Thank you very much. I'm gonna try to get on those today.
then we came up here to the quarter 50, and Ronster made about $100. I made 30 something bucks. And Ed was saying, "Damn, I'm playing the wrong game. Damn, look how fast you guys are making the money."
Yeah, it was wild. Within like 30 minutes, just
Less than that, Ed.
it was crazy.
15 minutes I made it. 20, 15, 20 minutes.
How much did you reel in 15, 20 minutes?
About a net of $100, roughly.
That's not a bad 15 minutes of work.
No, not at
And
all.
we're talking 25 cent 50. And you can start making money at these tables. That's why these guys are playing multi tables and stuff like that. And at 51, you can make money. When you get up to 1, 2, 2, 4, you can make big money at those things. But you got to be really a lot more careful because if um, you're going to get clipped, that's where you're going to get clipped at. Now, I wish I was in. I wish I was in this hand here. I thought about coming in here, but I didn't come in. But what do you got, Mr. Noodle? Mark?
Did we lose him?
Mark?
Oh, I had you on mute. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to value bet here. I have Jack 9.
I had a
Whoa.
set. Oh, I can't tell you
I
that.
had, well, yeah, well, it doesn't matter anymore, but I had nuts on the turn. I had 4 5.
Oh my goodness, he actually
Wow.
had.
I'd have taken both of you guys' money.
Yeah, you would have. I had a 7-6 would give me sevens over.
Well, he's stealing my blind every time from the cutoff. I wasn't gonna put up with it anymore.
No questions other than Adam asked the question, who's at the table on the mic? Ronster, Teach, and Noodle. And I invited Adam to join us on the Skype if he wants to, or anybody else that's in the open conversation, Sunday conversation. We're here at Full Flush Poker on the
I'm gonna get in
Heartbeat.
chat now,
What's
so I
that?
can answer. I'm gonna get in the chat now. I think I got it figured out. Where anybody has any questions, I think I can find you here.
Ron says going 150, folks. Tell.
Okay.
Ron says just hit the pot size bet next time. So much easier and so much faster.
So what are you telling me? You're telling me you got a nice pair? Got an ace king? Okay.
9-10. What do you got, Noodle?
King 7.
King 7. Knew it
Oh.
was a steal, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
King 7.
King 7 was going to be in the league going into that.
I give him my button up so many times, and then it really didn't matter how many. I just had a feeling that I could steal right there. I think it was the bet size and how quick that you
Well, on the bet size
bet.
too, but I had a jack, which is a reasonably good drawing hand, but you put a good bet in there, and I said, do I really want to chase for this, and decided not to.
No, I lay that down too. I probably lay down anything 6s or less. I probably lay down right there, unless I'm just a maniac on the button every time.
Sure.
So I took advantage of my image on this one. I've been playing pretty tight, pretty solid poker, showing good hands, and I had 3-2 suited, and I just raised under the gun, and I got a walkover. But notice, I haven't been losing pots to anybody, but yet my stack isn't really going up, folks. That's because when you play six-handed and you're posting 75 cents, and then you're giving the rake, you've got to make some big hands here to get going, or it's just going to start eating away at you. It's
Right.
like playing 2-4 limit in a casino. It's very difficult to make money at that because you're just giving away so much money.
Every time.
I don't
You're
like
not gonna
this.
re-raise him, no, you're.
I don't like this hand out of position.
I got King 6. I'm gonna lay it down too. I wish you guys would have.
Oh,
I almost want to. No.
a good fold.
I had Hawaii.
Yeah, you had a good hand.
For those of you that don't know why I named Queen Jack Hawaii a long time ago, if you don't play Queen Jack for an entire year, the money you save, you can afford a trip to Hawaii.
I feel the same way about Ace Jack.
Sure.
If I never play that hand again,
Ace Jack's okay.
Target sixes.
Right.
Ace Jack is a sit and go last table tournament hand. I just don't like it cash game. But that's me personally. I think that's the discussion me and Al Teach got into one time. I re-raised him out of the blind with Ace Jack large, and he suggested that I should have just called because I had a bigger ace than him. And I said, I just don't want to play Ace Jack out of position. You checking for Al? I'll take a free card. I'll take a free card.
Look at that. Excuse me.
I think I gave it away talking.
I had ace 8 of clubs. I can't. Steve Bouchard is trying to call me, but I can't. I can't answer. Wait a minute. I can't answer and put it on. Let me see how I can. Well, I can't do that, Steve.
How do I get into the chat room? Is this on Twitch or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Just search for Al.
I could bring Steve in once he accepts my contact. He didn't accept my contact yet.
Yeah, he's got to
So
accept.
he can't call me. He has to add me as a contact.
tent play, stealing some blinds, he's making himself 75 cents.
You must have been there a long time.
He's very witty. Every once in a while he'll look to steal something.
Well, you can get away with that, like at what Al said. If you've been sitting at the table and just not getting any cards, I mean, you're good for a raise, especially in position. They're gonna give you that.
All right, Teach, what do you got?
I got ace jack and I'm letting it go. Even though I think he might be playing. I don't like being out of position with the ace jack. I had to find out though.
It's telling me you're offline now. Well, there it goes. Does something.
Oh man, I'm a limp in here.
Oh. That's not good.
It's always good to have a limper in the pot.
No, what I mean is, you limp
What are
out.
you limping with there, buddy?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the question. I mean, for you to limp out of positions and check, it's like,
Kind of monster.
All right, I can add Steve now because Steve added me as a contact. Steve, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me, Al?
I can hear you fine. Hey, welcome to the
Okay.
chat. Welcome to Sunday
Thank you.
Conversation. You're on with Ronster, Hard Noodle Curry, which is Mark Curry, and Ronster. You can call me the one, and myself.
Good
Thank
morning,
you.
sir.
hey,
Morning. I've been following for a couple of weeks and actually remember Ronster from Poker School Online. You were mentioning Hawaii. That's where I've been for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, screw you.
That's the general answer for the last couple of days.
Where were you at Oahu or Maui?
No, we were on the Big Island. My wife's grandfather moved there in the 70s and was a pastor in a couple of the small churches, as well as
I had
ended up being
cities.
head of the humanities department at University of Hawaii Hilo, and
Oh, that's pretty cool.
we were interring him with the rest of the family. Once he retired in the 70s from the university, he went out as an independent missionary. So up until his late 80s, he was setting up Bible seminaries in Uzbekistan, China.
Wow.
He's fourth generation missionary. So
Woo.
yeah.
Yeah, I spent 3 years from 82 to 85 there, Hickam Air Force Base. In fact, when I got remarried back in 92, I got married there. You guys carry on the conversation without me. I got
sorry.
somebody at the front door. Just be right back. Go ahead, Noodle.
hey, what was your handle over at PSO?
It was an odd one. It was Quetzalcoatl. It's one of the Aztec sky gods.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I thought it was cute. It's becoming a hassle, and I can't get it changed anywhere.
Are you playing on full?
I'm on full flush. I just actually started playing online recently. I live in Chicago and used to shoot down to Indiana to the Horseshoe Casino.
What's your
And it
handle?
was
Full
part
What's your handle on full flush?
same one. QUETZALCOATL.
Are you in the Heartbeat forum also? Did you sign in on the
I believe I did get into the Heartbeat. Yeah, I did sign up in Heartbeat. I was going through their forum, and also I can pull in Twitch and look at the play there. Right now, I've got full flush open to the table you're at, and I'm on Skype.
Yeah, if you're on
How do you spell your
Skype
name?
and you're open to the table, then you can see it live action because we're 90-second delay. Just close.
Yeah,
close
yeah, I
down.
closed Twitch out. My online name is QUETZALCOATL.
What's the blue for?
There was already one on Twitch,
Ah.
so I use that as a common
Marks
precursor.
is
and
doing
usually-
this again. I gotta fold my queen 10 here, but Marks is starting to get a little annoying here. He might be playing some really weak hands strong.
Yeah, he's
so
getting out of line.
I
I
want
noticed that a while
I want
back.
to see a showdown with him with somebody so I can find out what he's doing.
We just
I'm,
have
I'm
big.
gonna get. I'm about to take one for the team and get my stack in against him.
He's been very aggressive, and Big Chubbs showed the way by coming back over the top and making.
I hear a radio or something in the background. Someone needs to chill. Thank you. Don't do it, Ronster. Don't do it.
I wouldn't either.
I'm calling. I'm only flattening you here. I'm gonna bring Noodle in here too. Oh, he's stealing like a mother.
Well, I ain't putting it in the
He's
final.
stealing like a mother.
Pocket fives.
What'd you have?
Pocket five.
Ronster, what'd you have?
I had Queen Jack. I had Hawaii.
Yeah, with the head.
I had ace three suited.
I wasn't gonna pay it off for $10 because I wouldn't know where I was. Let's suppose I got a Jack out there and you pushed it all in. What do I know what you got? Could have aces, kings. It's kind of difficult to go against.
Arizona and Ingemort has joined us also in the chat. You're welcome to come on Skype with us. This is an open conversation, Sunday conversation, open mic. Just happens that Ronster and Hardnoodle and I are at a table, and anybody that wants to also get on the list, it's future starts slow at Full Flush Poker. You're welcome to do it. Of course, if we're in the hand, we don't say nothing, but like right now, Ronster and I are out, so Noodle can tell us what he's got.
I've got Jack 10 of hearts.
All right. I think
And
Mort's.
I do not believe. Let me see here, and I'll tell you what I think he has. He doesn't have the ace. I'm gonna call, and then I'm gonna bet out. It wasn't the best card for me.
Remember, if he, for those that are watching, if he had a queen 10, he sure wouldn't come over the top. He'd only flat him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that the $2 wasn't a bad bet then by you. Just you were giving him a chance. I think if you raised him there and he has nothing, he's going to go away. So you were giving him a chance to make a mistake. So I don't think it was that bad of a play on your part. So don't beat yourself up on that one.
Mm.
It didn't work out, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't have worked out.
So I want to give a shout out this morning to Inger. Inger, how you doing? How you been?
Ingemort, yeah. And what was Quizzle? Is it Quetzalcoatl? How do you say it? Steve.
Quetzalcoatl.
And your first name? What's your first name?
No, let's go with Steve. Let's go with Steve. It's a lot easier.
Go with Steve.
Oh,
What,
Steve,
what,
okay.
what was your name at Poker School Online, Steve?
It was the same one.
Okay. Did you go to any of the tour stops or anything like that?
There was one down at Majestic Star in Indiana where a bunch of people got together
Okay.
and flew in. Leon Morford set it up.
That's
And
right.
met him
I remember when Sailor Mo did that. That's right.
and met a few of the people.
Oh, Rod, sir, I wanted some money on that one.
Yeah, you weren't going to get it with 9-4.
I was hoping March might come back over the top.
Well, Ingemort says thanks, but he doesn't do Skype. But that's okay. You know, you might want to consider it later on. Download it. It's free. And there's a lot of utility that you can get out of it. And I do a lot of open mic broadcasts. So, you know, you might find yourself on being a YouTube star, Ingemort. Oh, you guys. 5-1 on my money, and I've got, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. Roy?
Tell us what your thinking is there, Al, when you get done.
Okay.
These are the kinds of hands that I would tell someone, especially new players, not to play high cards with no kicker, because you're going to get stuck here hitting a king or a queen or a jack or something in this situation.
Could be.
Even though you got pot odds to do it, you don't want to land a jack and then
No.
now you're $4 or $5 deep here and you still don't know where you're at. I know Al might say things differently. It just Al's a lot better hand reader than probably all of us have been doing it for a really long time. I'd rather just not get myself in that position.
If I had to guess what Ronster have here, I would say the ace of diamonds, and he was trying to get the diamond flush. Oh, he had a 5 and he stayed. Oh my God.
He stuck it on the river, man. He stuck you
Wow.
on the river.
Yeah.
That was a good spot for a semi bluff on the turn there, if you were gonna call anyway.
Yep.
Well, he got me there, folks.
Could have bet bigger on that.
I
And
was
I never saw that
I
guy.
was screwing around with him with my hand. I should have been in that hand. That's the queen. That was a 6-2 in the big blind. It cost me 50 cents, but I was doing it just to have a different plan, and it didn't work out. That board just ran out diamonds, and poof. So it cost me, 15 bucks.
just to let everybody know, that's very, very few times that I've been able to do that now. So, one of the very few.
Oop,
Yeah, I
took-
kind of noticed you're usually more aggressive than that, Al.
Well,
You
I
weren't
am.
really going full steam into that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have the ability to do, both ways. And what led me to believe that I was ahead was actually the tell that Al gave me. And what he gave me was when he started to talk about, oh, you priced me in and all this kind of stuff. So I kind of thought he was very weak. And even though he was betting, I kind of thought he was playing me. And so I decided not to bloat the pot by my usual stuff, because then if he came all over me, let's say, and he raised all in or something like that, I could be in big trouble of what decision to make at that point.
Well, that's good because I did talk pre-flop on purpose then, Russ, just so you could pick it up. Because I tell you all the time, I pick up tells, some voice tells at the table when we play live, and with you online sometimes. So I'm glad you picked up on that. I'm not glad you beat me, you son of a.
Yeah.
Noodle, did you chip up to 44? Or did you have to add money?
No, I've been stealing it the whole time.
Okay, okay.
I think I got a couple dollars off each, but every person at the table.
All right, don't steal from me now.
Well, you guys, y'all were putting it to me, so I just took a little back.
Okay.
You take enough back slowly, they don't even notice you're taking it.
I just had King Jack here.
Good enough. And I was out of position. Next time I come at you, Al, and I'm out of position, you'll know I'm strong.
All right, those I need some little bit of chatter. I need a little help from those that are on Twitch that are in the Heartbeat Poker chat room.
I'm trying to get to the chat room now. I should be there
Okay.
shortly.
Can you please tell me if you were enjoying the Sunday conversation? Do you want me to do this again, or do you don't like it? I need to hear something from you guys in there. Ron is sticky. That's going back to the last hand, Ron, when you stayed in there,
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think they knew why. Well, they know now.
You actually had me beat, Al.
What'd you have then? Queen Jack?
Yep.
That's what I had, John. Queen Jack.
No, yeah, I bet you put me right on that. It's actually a good play, though.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
I mean, not just in that situation, but a lot of situations.
Mhm.
Somebody's only going to hit an ace, maybe, what is it, 30% of the time? Ace is going to come on the flop. So.
Mhm. Well, I'm waiting for the folks in the chat. I just asked them a question if they like the Sunday conversation that we're having, the open mic. I hope that some people will step up and make a comment. Either way, I just really like to know.
I'm sure everybody's enjoying it.
See, my bet every time when I'm doing this is the pot bet. I'm not making it $2 because my hand is a little weaker. I'm not making it $3, or if it's strong. I'm not doing any of that. I got 5-6 suited here, and I'm going to call him even though he raised me. He's out of position. I got hearts, and that's not good. He's going to bet that ace. He's going to bet $4. That's really not a great bet there. God, can I take it from him, or is he a calling station? This is the big. This is the big bet here. This is the big test. This is supposed to be down or up. Kings, Chubbs, fold them.
Ah, he got me. Well,
Nice.
I mean, we talked about aggression.
The
And
$4 bet. The betting size was wrong. He bet half the pot. I based it all on his bet size.
Exactly, and that was terrific pickup because that bet size gave him away. I don't think he realized it, and gave you the opportunity to take that away from him. Big, big time. I love that.
Yep.
That was a fun hand to see.
Can anybody see the chat? Because I can't connect to it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
I
okay. So
I
there
got
are
it.
people talking in the chat.
Which chat are you looking at?
Al Spath.
No, no, no. I'm not twitching. I'm on Harpy Poker.
Oh man, you guys could have showed me that 30 minutes ago. I've been over here fumbling around with Twitch.
Yeah.
Heartbeat Poker. Okay. Is that a Twitch channel, right? Or is it
Yeah, it's
just you go to their
Heartbeat Poker.
website?
That's
Okay.
their channel. That's the one you should be following now because everybody should be following. I'll be over here. Dave Romer. We got Matthias Anderson coming in, who was a finalist at the 2004 World Series of Poker main event.
Well, there they are. Easy as that. Okay. We're in
Yeah,
good shape now. He was at the main event.
he finished in eighth place for
Holy smoke.
$565,000. He won his seat on Poker School Online. His entry. Sure wish there was a Poker School Online. I mean, there still is, but you remember the old Poker School
Yeah,
Online?
that was a great time. I didn't know all of you guys were part of that also.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they had Bugsy's Club, and they had the
Yeah,
Poker
Bugsy's
School thing
Club.
where we won sponsorship points and you got to use them at venues around the country and stuff like that, and it was great.
Okay, so I'm out of position. I had a king nine here. I'm going to fold it out.
That's good. I had King 8.
I believe Big Chubbs is definitely a calling station. That's
Mm-hmm.
my thought on him, and I think he can be taken big advantage of.
Yeah, and
Somebody wants their Mapo.
well, that's my youngest. She's in there with my sister-in-law.
All right, Mark's made it $1. Ronster looks like he's going to 275. Nope. Now, March, the last time I did this and I raised him, then he re-raised me. I'm not going to give him that chance. I'm just going to call. And I'm going to hope that I hit something with my ace 3. I do not want to hit the ace. I'd rather hit the 3. I do have the ace of spades here. It's based on his bet. I'll take a card off only if it's less than $2.
Whoa, look at that.
And now I'll take a card off if it's $2 with the nut draw. I messed up his whole plan because I didn't re-raise him.
Yeah, I was waiting
And
for that.
he's like, what do I do here? Now for $1.50, I'm betting that I'm calling $1.50, not to win the $1.50 or the 214 as a pot. It's what I can win if a spade comes off. I think he'll pay me off.
Ooh.
And I didn't get a spade. It was black all the way.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can win if he believes I have a 7. Or if he doesn't have a flush.
Whoa! Wow. Beautiful.
Min raise.
Sometimes a min raise can look scarier than a big one. There are times.
Mark, ask him. Nobody's answering the question over there, Mark, about do they like this open mic? Do they like the Sunday conversation?
Al, this is Steve. I'm not on Twitch anymore. I'm following it live, but I really like the conversation. It adds another dimension to the play at the table.
Good. Good. You can ask questions too about anything, just
When I got into Poker School Online, it was like the last year they were actually in business, right before they just turned into a free site. And been playing off and on since then, but I'm starting to make a concerted effort to actually learn how to play well. So I'm at several echelons below you gentlemen at the moment. So I'm just following along, trying to pick up on how your thought process and the logic's going here.
And how about, have you looked at any of my videos up there on YouTube?
Oh yeah. I've been following the YouTube ones, and watched on Twitch. I was watching when you were coaching Rob Gab,
Mm-hmm.
and picked up the Ed Miller course, and I'm starting to go through that this week.
Great book. Great book.
Up until now, I've predominantly been a tournament player,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'd like it's I think you mentioned yesterday. It simply takes up a little bit too much time in one spot.
It does, and you could play for 3 or 4 hours and get nothing,
Yeah.
or get very little if you just get into the money. It's not worth your time or your entry fee. Whereas cash, you can come and go, you can pick up anytime you want. It's convenient if nothing else, but it's a different style of poker than tournaments. And tournaments, speaking of tournament books, winning hands one hand at a time. The 3 volumes by Dymat Publications is the best series out there on that.
Yeah.
I have that book right behind me. Al, it just came in the other day and I haven't started on it yet.
Good
I
book.
got the first volume and the second volume's coming. Pretty thick book. I wasn't expecting it to be that large.
Yeah, the first
A
book
lot
is
of
really
examples. A lot of examples.
good. The second and third books are a little bit smaller than the first book.
I had Jack 9 suited there.
I think Steven and I are kind of alike in ways that we mostly like to play tournaments, and our cash game could use improvement. I've always just not been that good at cash games, and I'm seeing that's where the short term money can come from.
Well,
Adam, which hand are you talking about? The ace.
He's
3
talking
hand?
about me with the ace of spades where I hit nothing, and 7 of clubs I think came off on the board, pairing the 7s on the board, and I fired a 250 bet into Matt's. And what are you doing here, Hardner? I'm talking and you're raising me?
Only got a hand like twice.
Really? How good is it?
Yeah, it's good enough for $5.25.
That's what I wanted to hear out of you. How good is it now?
It's getting better.
I think you got a jack.
I had 7-10 of clubs.
Oh, what? You had me beat. I had 5-4 suited. But
Just too
I wanted to
there.
see that flop and just felt you there.
Anybody's watching that's just starting, don't play that way. Well, I guess, I don't know. I was only playing that way because it was Al, and I could think he's thinking what I'm thinking, what he's thinking.
I'm thinking exactly that.
Yeah. Well, everybody else on the table, if you run in all the way up to the $1 limits, these people are mostly only looking at their hands, and usually when they're betting, they usually mean what they bet.
They're 1 and 2 dimensional. They're 1 and 2 dimensional. That's it. They're not level 3, level 4 thinking. No. Let me take this question here from Adam G. My biggest issue right now is the trouble thin river value gets you into, or only way to win is to bluff versus giving up and not trapping yourself. Let me know your thoughts on this.
Can you explain just a little bit more, Adam, on how you get to that situation? How do you get to that situation on the river? What I'm asking is, what happens on the turn that gets you into that situation where you feel uncomfortable?
No, he's
Do you
not
think that's
live.
what
So
he's asking, Adam?
he's not. Go. No, I'll wait for the answer on that. He's not live right now, so he's gonna just catch that in the chat.
A delay.
So my biggest issue right now is the trouble thin river value gets you into. So he's saying that when he gets that there's some value at the end, but it's very thin, and it gets him into trouble when he has to bluff at it, or he gives up. but the part that gets me, and not trapping yourself. So he's saying that the person is a bluff, kind of more like a bluff
Sounds like
catcher, I
he's
think.
maybe overthinking it a little bit.
No, I just don't know if I'm just gonna flat him here on this one.
I'm flattening him too, just 'cause you did. I got odds to call in on the button, and I have aces.
I don't
Of
think
course, I don't
that's
have
true. I
aces.
don't
I have
think
five.
that's
I have
true.
5 aces.
I have suited aces.
Ooh, look at that flop.
Anybody catch that? He's gonna bet right into that dry flop. That is sick. That is just one sick raise. I gotta fold. I'd fold aces right now.
Hey, what do you have, Al?
7-9.
He's gotta lay that down unless he has a big hand.
No, not with that flop. Unless he got.
Unless he's just retarded.
No, he's been doing this all morning. We've been catching him. Al's been catching him. We've been really watching this guy. He's been trying to play that move a long time. Okay, guys, I have to go. I enjoyed talking with everybody. I enjoyed playing with everybody. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, Ross. To take care. You won
Come back,
what,
Roster man.
70 bucks during the
Yeah.
session. So the stream was good for you. That's great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great. And this is that means that there are probably some people online or on the wait list, but see it says reserved. Anybody's welcome to join us. And again, this is Open Mic Sunday with Al. Uh, oh, it's Nagapolis who's coming in. All right.
There's
Adam,
money.
I'm waiting for some more information on that. The only way to win is to bluff and giving up, or versus giving up. Yeah, giving up. You're never going to win giving up. So forget. Okay, here it is. Is it worth extracting thin value with top pair on a connect when you go thin and get
I want to
re-raised?
say no, if that's what you're asking. Is it worth trying to bet for value when you think it's a thin situation? I don't think so. At this level, I'd probably say to check behind, if that's what he's
Yeah,
asking.
if you're in position and it's very thin and the board is connected or suited and you think you could be trapped, yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking what's out on the board and not getting greedy. I have no problem with that at all. I think the problem comes at it is when you're out of position and you have that ace and you check and your opponent then bets and it puts you in a bad situation. So in
Yeah.
that situation, when you check, you're putting up a white flag and you're going to get your ass whacked. So putting a bet out for a little bit of value, are you going to get called by somebody? Only get called by somebody that can beat you, or are you going to get called by or raised by a bluffer? You'd have to know what the individual was in that case. But I would bet if I was out of position, I would bet into the person to see if I can. I can win two ways. Either I have the best hand or they fold. If I check, then I lose my options, and they can put a bet under me that I can't handle.
I think Al's right. I think if you're willing to call a certain amount on the river because you're worried, bet it first. Just bet right into him that amount. If you get raised, then fold. But
And that would
at least you bet
and
first.
that's kind of like a blocking bet, Adam. So if exactly what Noodle said there, Mark said about, and I have ace queen here. Um, if you put out an amount that you're willing to call, so in other words, if you checked and he bet $3, you're willing to call $3. Go ahead and bet the $3, and that might be enough to stop him from raising. He may have you beat, but he may only call you at that stage, and you get to see his cards and a lot of other things. But you're willing to pay that amount. So again, it depends on your position. It depends on the opponent that you're facing. I hope that makes sense to you. Are you kitten? That must be a new person that's come into the chat. Red Baron's in the chat now. I'm looking for anybody new. Born to Fly came in.
This guy has
This
called
is
every
Open
time.
Mic Sunday Conversation with Al. Runs has dropped off. Rob, are you there? Nope. Thought maybe Rob came in, but no. What do you got, Noodle?
Jack 10 offsuit. If I could just sit here with Roy all day, oh, that's a good flop.
It's a nice flop, yeah.
I got the 10 of diamonds, top pair. Oh, I want to check raise this. I think I'll check raise the turn. I bet small.
Adam's
Maybe try to,
struggling with
if it kind of
maximizing
improves,
value
I'll
risk.
try to get my
Yeah, I
stack
hear you,
in.
Adam. I'd have to see you play. I'd have to see, some situations you get into. Do you play at full flush? And what's your name at full flush? Keep an eye out if, you know. So now you're going to go for the. Oh, he put $61 in, and you got 28 left with one card to come.
Yeah, I think I'm about to call this. What is this? $83, 30. I got top pair, and there's no way he's got Queen Jack there. Well, let's see. Nope, he's done.
Big, big return.
If he had, the reason I called that guy, if anybody's wondering, the way he played the flop, there's no way that he had Queen Jack there. He was drawing at something, and the check raise on the turn is one of the most powerful plays you can do, and sometimes it'll make them fold, and sometimes it'll make somebody that's not used to seeing it do something idiotic like what he just did. It gets them out of their comfort zone really fast, and they don't know what to do.
The biggest thing, though, is if you go back to my conversation earlier, and that's why we're having this Sunday conversation on an open mic. And we had Ronster in here, and anybody else that we've got Steve, and we've got Ed, and we've got Mark in here. Anybody else that wants to come in on the Skype, just tell me in the chat. I'll bring you in so you can talk live. But the biggest thing was that Big Cubs had made some bets that were not good, and I took a couple of hands. He bet a $4 bet earlier. Remember, it was half the pot, and I came over the
Yep.
top for 12, and he laid it down. He's been just out there and in space, kind of like, and he was very susceptible, and Mark took advantage of him here.
Well, I think Rob walked off with about $40 of his money too on a missed draw that he had when Ronnie
Right,
the tripped in.
right. Okay, handle the conversation, Mark. I'll be right back. I got to handle something at the garage.
Hey Adam, keep asking the questions in chat, and I'll try to get just be a little bit more specific, and I'll try to answer exactly what you need to know. Was somebody about to ask anything, or just say something, or tell a joke?
Yeah. I just got back on the mic. I had to go get another coffee refill.
I'm gonna still ask blind while he's gone. I'd asked Al to get me on here. I wanted to learn how to be a coach. I think that I would be a good one, but it takes more than all the poker knowledge I had to be a coach. It's just the way that he presents stuff to people where they soak it in really well.
Yeah.
That's a talent that I don't you can't just get overnight. I don't care if you're Phil Ivey. You could be a horrible coach, and Al's the best that I've ever seen at it.
One
And
of
so
this is Steve. One of the things I really like about Al's style and what he does is he applies all the. I've been reading a lot of the books, and the books say, well, this is it's presented factual. It's not presented strategically. So this is how you apply it,
right,
and it helps a lot in just the general way of how to present or apply the information.
this guy's gonna calm me down because he's pissed. I missed though. Um, yeah, you're absolutely right, and even the subtle things that I'm gonna bluff this. Even the subtle things that he does, people. I had Jack 8 offsuit. Um, you don't hear because I think he's been doing it so long he doesn't recognize that he's saying some really important stuff that people miss, especially beginners. Like when he says, "Don't draw on a paired board."
Yeah.
It just says it by the wayside, and people don't realize it. That's some of the most important information you need when you're just starting out. But he can do all of that in two sentences where It takes me a minute.
Well, glad I just got back here. I
I
apologize.
was saying all kinds
My
of
wife
little
just
stuff
came home
about
from
you.
the grocery store. What do you got here, Noodle?
Well, I was trying to take Roy's blind again, but Big Chubbs has decided he's going to combat me on every hand now. And I think I won the last three battles. But I'm not. I have 6-9 of clubs, and I'm going to just give this one away as a sign of good gesture. Because I've taken and taken and taken.
Well, I don't know if you're going to give it away if they both check. Adam says the thin value answer trying to prove he liked that answer. That's good. That's great. And he's Adam G4455. I'll be looking for you. And he plays MTT, so won't see you that often. Love to see you in some no limit cash, Adam. But remember, tournament play is a lot different. Rob just woke up, but he's always saying that no matter what.
I think I've given him enough.
I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah,
For
while you're gone, I stuck in $5 on the river on an ace to bluff Chubbs off another, I don't know, $8 or $9.
Good, good, good.
I want him to get out of the way so I can go back to taking Roy's blinds here. He's getting in my money.
Anybody that's in the chat, this is open mic Sunday conversation. You want to come in, just add me as a Skype contact. You have to add me first. Don't call me. Once you add me, just tell me you did over here in chat, and then I'll bring you into the group conversation. Rob, are you there?
Yep, good morning.
How you doing?
All right, I just
Hi.
woke up. I slept late.
How you doing? Give us your best. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
You're the guy from
New Hampshire.
New England, right?
Yeah, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, okay. My old boss used to be from Foxborough. He
He's the
sounded a lot
cod.
like.
He's the cod fisherman. No, he's not a cod fisherman.
Rob, we're about in New Hampshire.
Bedford, New Hampshire, just
Okay,
outside of Manchester.
my family had a place just north of Warner, up on Kearsarge Mountain Road.
Yep, that's where I do my bird hunting with my dog.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of PLO, Nightly 22 is talking to Droosh right now about being a Twitcher here at Full Flush and on Heartbeat Poker, and he wants to do the PLO because he's a PLO fanatic. So Hard Doodle, that's something that nobody's talking about on Twitch. There's a lot of hours during the day during the Heartbeat Poker schedule that are available. So if you're a PLO specialist, you might want to talk to Drew on that whenever you get a chance.
Does he need somebody or he has somebody? I don't want
No,
to step on
I said
anybody's
Nightly
toes.
22 is asking him right now if he could do some, but he.
Actually, I have a site coming up that I'm about to open. I'm working on it slowly, but it's almost complete now. I'm not going to try to take everybody on there, but it's called ploplayers.com. The forum's being built. You can go there now and just see all the work that I've been doing on it, but
That's
I've been
cool. That's
busy.
cool. Hey, Steve Artist, welcome. 10 Jack.
Speaking of Twitch,
Yes,
I
sir.
read an article last night on WorldSeriesOfPoker.com
Yep.
that they just caught one of their guys. They have a clause on World Series WSOP.com that you can't use HUDs on their site.
Uh huh.
And they caught one of their guys twitching on the Twitch TV using one.
Oh wow.
And he was a pro. His last name's Chen.
I just wrote up a big discussion on that on a forum. There's another forum. I won't mention the name of it on there. My company does one of the companies I work for does facial recognition and screen recognition. And yeah, I wrote something up on that on how they could fix that. The only way that I know that they could right now would be to, when you log into a site, would be to assign you a number as a name, just a random name. They would have to eliminate the chat altogether, and you would never have the same name. That's the only way that I can see them
Well,
fixing that.
Bovado, I think it's Bovado or Bet Online. One of those two sites has a. There's no name. When you sit at the table, there's no name at all. So you don't know who you're playing against. I don't know which side
Yeah,
it is.
Bovada's like that.
which is perfect. I mean,
Isn't that
that's really the only way that's gonna fix it.
isn't that some of the controversy that Poker Stars is into right now? With eliminating HUDs, and now they're allowing you to have a name change every 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can't so the HUDs can't track you.
That Ace King there.
I had pocket
Now,
sevens.
now on Bovada, even though you don't see the person's name, I've taken notes on people and have played with that person later on. So there's something that's static there in terms of their username to where I can
Yeah, I
see
know
their
that people
notes.
use HUDs on there. I don't play on there, so I don't know how it works. But I know
Yeah.
what Alice saying is true.
By the way, speaking of HUDs, I've got a guy from over at oh, why do I go blank on his
I
uh,
need to get a hold of him. His
Sky.
name is
His first name is Sky, but I mean I'm talking about
Study
his
poker, study poker smart or something like
play
that. Is
smart poker play. No,
yes.
smart poker play or something like that. Anyhow, he's doing a video for me. It should be out either today or tomorrow, and it's going to be on how to use a HUD, how to interpret the numbers, everything else. And I told him to put a short one together. Those of you that are following me on Poker Instructors Al Spath, my Facebook page, I've got all the videos, everything up there. Some of the other ones he's done for me, some I found on the internet, and I keep adding to it. So um, please just check that out, and when it comes out, I'll make it available to Heartbeat Poker. Maybe they put it in the newsletter too.
Smart
I
Poker
I
Play.
appreciate all those that are in the chat room this morning. Your comments are welcome in the chat room. If you got questions, if you want to come on live with us on Skype, please do. You just have to add me, al.spath, to your contacts, and I'll bring you into the conversation. I'd ask you if you follow me here on Twitch, just click on my name, Al Spath, there in the chat, and you'd be a follower of mine. And up at YouTube, I've got over 100 videos, Al Spath, 2 words. And if you subscribe up there, you'll get me closer to 200. I'm about 180 right now, and I'm trying to get 200 by the end of December. And you'll get notified whenever I put up a new video. Okay, that's the.
I just saw the delay, Al. You floated me with pocket sevens and bet the turn.
Yeah, I did.
Little weasel,
Some
man. You
guy's in
weasel.
there, Sebastian. He's asking for home games. I don't know about any home games, so I
Wait, not gonna invite us to your house?
don't
He might be talking about home games on poker stores.
yeah, he might be, but we're
How
not
to
into that
arrange
over
that,
here.
but
This
it's
is
not
full flush only.
poker. Yeah.
Hey Al, Noodle the River just said that that website is Smart Poker Play.
That's right.
That's
That's it.
Sky's website.
Yeah, and he should like his page too. If you go over there, he's a good guy, and he's providing a lot of good free information to us.
Now the other one I
And
was
he's got
looking
a
for
great
was
voice.
Decrypt Me. He mentioned a site the other day when I was in Kroger's on my phone and I couldn't get it
Yeah,
back.
Decryptney is another guy. He's the guy. Decryptney is somebody that plays on here, and he plays like 35 to 42 tables at one time. Not just here, but other sites and everything. He's got. I've viewed his setup at his house. He's got like 3 or 4 big, huge monitors, and he plays all these different tables. And he's developed. He's got an IT team. In fact, he runs a company, and he's got an IT team, and they've come up with a new kind of a HUD that works here on Full Flush as well. I think he's given it to either Full Flush or Heartbeat Poker to start to use, and he is really into developing that program.
I started one for another poker site because they had one. There is one available for Full Flush, but it's
Mhm.
not supported by the mainstream trackers like Poker
Poker
Tracker
Tracker,
or
right?
Hold. Yeah, which is what Decryptney said that he's done. So if he has, I believe he should ask a pretty penny for that. I mean, there's a lot of people waiting for that.
Yeah, that's why he's developing it.
Well, I think that his is just a converter from HM2.
whatever that is.
Hold a
Well,
manager too.
right, and it converts the hands into PokerStar Reader or something like that from full flush. It's not a HUD. It's a HUD converter.
Hmm.
Right, which is what I have. However, if he can convert it quickly in real time, see, when I get done with this session here, I have to go convert my hands and then I have to put them into Hold'em Manager so I can track my
No,
winnings and losses. But if he
his
can do it
works.
in real time, he
It
can
does.
put the
His
HUD
works
up.
in real time.
Yeah.
I think that it's a minute after the hand or something like that. I was watching one of the guys use it.
A minute after the hand isn't bad.
No, and
What
I
is this
know
Sebastian guy wanting, Al?
I'm trying to tell him to go to Heartbeat Poker and won't even allow me to type in Heartbeat Poker.
Let me space it out here. Hang on.
I did space it out. It didn't work that way either.
Eat.
Hey, Sebastian, go to heartbeatpoker.com and download um, Full Flash Poker from there, and you'll see a lot of free
That
rolls
deleted mine too. I'll be
and
damned.
extra added events and stuff like that in the tournament. I don't know if Droosh or anybody is here today, but we need to get that fixed as an allowed link.
What is this
What do you
guy
got,
calling?
Noodle?
I got King High, and this guy's gonna calm me down with anything here. I just counterfeited. No, I didn't. Just let him have it.
No, 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 no. Ace High wins. Ace High wins.
Yeah.
You bet there. You might win, but then he might call you with
He's
the.
calling. He's called me down on
It
everything.
depends on your bet size.
He didn't like that check. Oh, I really like getting in the hand with this guy.
Hey, Rob, are you on the list?
the list of
Sitting down.
no.
You know what happened yesterday? Did you ever play that tape that I did yesterday with you and Ronster?
I have not played it back yet. I'm still reeling over my threes that Ronsta beat me to beat
That's
the
the
crap
hand
out
that I
of
was
me.
going to talk about.
Hmm.
The
That
threes,
game didn't help
and
anybody.
everybody's
Don't you
seeing
bet
that
it,
you had the
buddy.
threes. Then every time you try to do something else, everybody was in your case.
I know,
It
and
was
I heard because I was playing and listening, and I heard you say that, and I did not
Oh,
know how to come out.
woohoo,
I knew I had him.
woohoo. You knew it when they were turned over, didn't you?
Well, he's gonna bet the king like it helped him on the turn all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, we got a bunch of new people. We still got Tommy Flynn and Sebastian, Rob. We got Red Baron, Noodle the River, Dice, Bum Hunter King. We got Born to Fly, Arizona, myself, and Adam G in here today, along with the Redskin fan. And I hope you guys are enjoying the Sunday conversation. If you want me to do something like this again, I need to know in chat. Otherwise, you know, I'll look for something else to be doing at time at the table. But I thought you'd enjoy this. I don't know why it sat me out. I must have had cards and didn't pay attention. Those of
Now, I
you,
believe you mentioned yesterday that there might be a private heartbeat poker table at some point today.
no, next Saturday at 10
Next Saturday.
o'clock in the morning, we have a cash game going to be scheduled. I'm going to schedule a 10 cent, 25-cent Heartbeat Poker table. It's just going to be from Heartbeat Poker. They're the only people that'll see the table. It's if you go to the cash game tab right now and you scroll down, you'll see it's empty right now. There's a nickel dime, there's a 10 cent 25, and we're going to play the 10 cent 25, and we're going to Skype it. Anybody that's in the table, we're going to have them on Skype with us. So we'll all be talking and asking questions and having fun and learning. And
I'm gonna have to put some money in my new account.
yes, sir. How about your wife? Has she made any money?
No, she
Uh,
does. She doesn't play, but I have my other account through Heartbeat.
Well,
Roy, I have an 8-7 here. Can I really take your $115 for 75 cents? Can I really spike this? No, I can't.
what do I have to make a? Let's see.
What are you gonna bet, Roy? Don't bet the wrong amount here. That's the right amount.
In the chat box, I have brought up these emoticons, and now they're covering everything on the chat, and I can't get them off. Anybody else had that problem before?
I don't know.
That's. I am going to. Well, let me just refresh everything.
I think if you click on the smiley face inside of the message box, it'll make that all the emoticons go away.
All right, let me stop. Whoa, too late.
So Rob, have you, other than that getting beat up by Ronster that day, have you played since then, or have you just been chilling?
No. I played after, but I actually played in the 2550 late last night and won.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So the bankroll keeps going up.
Yes, my bankroll continues to move forward. Since my first, second lessons. So since the holiday special, since my first, I've only had one losing session. So I'm
And
actually
would you
doing
tell
pretty
the
good.
folks that are listening, Rob, just to refresh their memory, what you told me when you first contacted me about doing lessons on what you expected from a coach and how hard it would be for the coach to be training you? Would you tell them about that story?
I started my lessons the first week in September as I played poker many years ago, but as a relatively newbie. And my comment to Al was that I didn't think that he was going to be able to get through to me because I'm very bullheaded and thick-headed, and I don't listen very well. And Al laughed at me. And so far, we've been on the uphill climb, very, very good. Do you agree, Al?
Well,
The
let's tell
progression?
them, Paul Harvey, if anybody remembers Paul Harvey and the
And the
rest
rest
of
of the
the
story?
story, page two. Page two is that Rob has gone out and read articles. Rob has read books. Rob has watched every video that I have put up on YouTube.
I
Yeah,
watched them
Plus,
all
I
plus
have.
too.
some additional videos, and so he's taken it serious, and there's a return for taking things serious. And if he didn't want it, I told him, I said, look, you can be as good as you want to be, but you're going to have to put in your time. I'll do my part.
And that's all you ask, Al, is for me to meet you halfway.
What'd you have, Noodle? King
Pocket
Queen?
fours.
Huh?
Pocket fours.
I had jacks.
Did you really?
I did have jacks.
Oh man. Sometimes I really have to go watch the replay to believe you.
You didn't see me limp here? That's the first time you saw me limp today.
Watching. You did limp.
Uh-huh.
You done one of the Doyle Brunson moves there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Adam's sitting at the table now. Oh,
Is
shoot.
anybody at the table
Oh,
that?
shoot. Let's see if
Oh,
Roy will
Adam's
go.
at the
Let's see
table.
if
Okay.
Roy will go up to. I don't want $4. $3. Got pocket ladies, red. Couldn't trap them in.
Hey, Al,
Yes, sir.
I'm getting a delayed sound from somebody that must have their Twitch program up too loud.
It's
That's
me
all.
because I had to reload. Hold on, let me remute it.
Okay, good.
Let me remute it.
Thank you.
I,
Adam,
I
No,
it's gonna
it's muted. It's somebody else, not me this time.
just gonna screw up your video later.
yeah, it will. Anybody that's got any sound running in the background got to turn it down and off. Thank you. Tell me when it's off, Rob.
I can't hear it anymore.
Okay. So Adam's. Oh no, 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 no. We don't limp. We don't limp.
Limping is for
Losers. So it doesn't matter what he does here. I'm betting. I'll take the free card here. Hit the
Is,
straight.
is
Oh,
Adam
not that.
is
Not
Adam
that way.
online with
Not
us here?
that way.
Who's Adam?
I. I
I think
still
Adam
went.
was the guy who was asking questions in the chat.
He can't.
Riverdale.
I installed
Okay,
some
okay.
Is there a difference? Yes. Yes.
Adam's in chat. Okay.
Access 2 more free rolls. Oh, I'm banned.
Yeah, 'cause you put too many links in there to.
Oh my god.
I typed that Moobot was rude, and he banned me for 3 seconds.
Come on, Roy, give me some more money.
I'll give you the money.
Guy's an ATM. I don't know how he keeps. I don't know.
The
Is he
nine's
reloading?
possible. I got a fold. What do you got?
I've got the queen. I don't know what to do here. I have no kicker. And this guy, the first time he's come after me, I think I'm gonna give him credit.
Could have a 9. Absolutely. I had pocket 7s.
That's the first time that he's come over the top of me, so he could
I was
have it.
coming over the top of you if he didn't, so.
Oh, you were? You
Oh
didn't believe
yeah.
me, huh?
Oh yeah, I was coming.
Yeah, that's what I get. Well, I was in the blind. That's how I got into that hand.
Mm-hmm. Sebastian, yeah, you get more free rolls and money added and prize added things if you download Full Flush from heartbeatpoker.com. That's the difference.
Is Adam listening to us?
Adam is not, he's in the chat, but he's not in the Skype. If you,
Okay, I was gonna give you some advice on Marts here, but if you're not,
no, I mean, he might be listening still over at Heartbeat, but if Adam is listening and he wants to come into the Skype, he just has to add al.spath and let me know, and I'll be
come
glad
into
to.
the Skype, Adam. It'll be worth your time. The guy that was just sitting in that seat walked away pretty healthy because of Marts.
What are you raising with?
5-7 of spades. I'm actually not raising because of my cards. I'm raising because of Roy. Roy will fold or Roy will call, and then he'll fold to a continuation bet 85% of the time. He's just an ATM machine. He's winning money off somebody. I'm not sure who, because his stack seems to always stay at that size. Can you get on Skype, Adam?
It's going to take him 90 seconds to hear that.
He just typed in that he's at the table now, so
Yeah.
he's letting you know
I
that.
have ace 6 of diamonds here.
I just folded 7
Oh,
8
whoa,
offs.
whoa, whoa, don't tell us.
Well, who's on the table?
Me. I don't want to know what you folded.
Oh, my bad. I was. Yeah, you don't need to know that. You
Nope,
don't need to
not
know
while
that.
I'm in the hand. I can't get the folks over in the chat though to tell me if they really like this Sunday conversation like this.
Can't
And
get them to ask me questions. Put me on the spot, people. Maybe I don't even know how to
yeah,
play
put him on the
poker.
spot. Don't
Trent,
put Al on the spot. All right.
ask me something complicated. Like if you get re-raised with ace king suited and
Look,
what your stack size is, and I'll tell
Noodle,
you.
Adam's asking in the chat, is there a big difference between open limping and completing the small blind?
Big difference.
Still limping. You're out of position. You're putting a minimum bet in. Someone's going to take it as weakness.
Well, let's say there's 3 people that go around the table limping. I would complete the small blind with almost anything.
Right, your pot odds, correct?
Yes.
Right.
However, I wouldn't complete with something that's going to get you in trouble with something like 10-2 or 8-3, where you might drop flop trip threes. You bet and somebody makes a call. You're going to need to be able to get away from that hand. Or not even just a call, but a raise. You're going to get stuck losing a lot of money like that.
I got a 6 here.
Right.
I don't think he's got a 6.
He's not gonna call you unless he's got quads. Well, I say that.
Noodle, what do you think about going all in with pocket threes against Ronsta?
Going all in against.
Yesterday he went in. And the funny part is, Rob, you didn't listen to the broadcast.
Did you win?
No.
No,
Okay.
you didn't listen to the broadcast, Rob. I said Ronsta's holding 6-7.
I heard you.
Oh, you did hear that
I
after
had-
the fact,
I had
huh?
Twitch on. I heard you.
Oh my God.
Pissed me off even more.
Oh, Chubbs, get off of
That's
me,
what
man.
happens when you play with friends on the same table. They take all your money.
Ace 10.
This is what we call grinding away, slow and steady, folks, at the table.
So I asked you to ask me some questions, and somebody asked me one. What was it about? Oh, the small blind.
Yes.
Did you get an answer, Adam? Did he get his answer?
Go ahead, you give it to him.
Well, I was. Ron kind of answered it also. The pot odds determine it. Yes, I would complete the small blind, and yes, I think there's a big difference between open limping. If you open limp on me and I'm on the button or something, I'm gonna raise with any two cards and make you fold, or you're gonna call, and I'm gonna bet big on the flop just to take your money. Um, and if you're playing, I would advise you to do the same if anybody is limping on you like that.
Can I, Noodle, on that, for a question on that comment? Because that's the way that I'm playing now, since Al has instructed me in that. What is your opinion on how much that raise should be over the limpers?
Big. Should
Okay.
be big. So if you were to limp, well, my normal raise would be $1.25, and over a limper, let's say you're in the small blind, I would raise it to 350.
Oh, that big. I haven't been doing it that big. What I've been doing is 5 times the big blind, and then the 5 times the bet, the big blind, and then 1 big blind for every limper in there. So I've never made it to that much.
Well, here's my way of thinking on that. The guy doesn't have anything anyway, 90% of the time, right?
If they're limping,
So if you
correct.
can get him to cram a lot of money in his pot, in the pot, with you're the one that's showing aggression, you're the one that's leading the hand, and hopefully a lot of the times you're in position, then the more he puts in the pot is the more you're going to win when you bet the flop. So if you're having success with it now, just imagine if you added $1 to it, you just winning $1 more each time you do it.
When somebody posts, when they come to the table, and then it comes around to them and then they check, you know they have a weak hand. You know if they post and they raise when it comes around to them, that they actually have a good hand. When somebody limps that hasn't posted, you always have to assume that they have a hand that needs improving. Otherwise, they would have raised. So, if you're in the blinds, and you're going to complete the bet, you're limping. Yes, for half the bet. If there's more people in the pot and you get into pot odds, you can do that because you're just saying you're hoping that the big blind doesn't wake up with a big hand. You want to see a flop and maybe you get lucky on it. Your odds are not that great. But if you're up against the big blind, instead of limping, just raise, but don't raise minimum. Don't because Ronza did that against me earlier, and I took $15, $20 of him. He let me see a flop, and then he let me have position on him the whole time. If you're gonna raise, don't make it $1 where somebody has to pay 50 cents. Make it $1.25, $1.35, or something like that. Most of the time the big blind's gonna fold. So you're if you do it 3 times and you win, or 4 times and you win 3 times, you're up. You're up money. All right.
Right.
So why are you not doing that? He said, I was stating that if different when you needled me about completing or limping. I wasn't needling. I was just pointing out that. Yeah, well, I was needling you. Yeah, I
That
should.
wasn't
Yeah, I
needling.
was
Yeah, I
saying
was
you're
just
not
trying to
limping
say that
here.
the
He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
know
yeah,
me
yeah,
very well if he thinks that's
yeah,
needling.
yeah. See now, Adam, you're playing better poker right now. I don't even know you. I don't know how your game is. But now you're in a pot for a raise every time. You're doing a pot size bet, or you're doing, and then you fold it to my aces. That showed some good smarts on your part. We're playing six-handed. You can play a wider range. Now Noodle here. You're not hearing this, Adam, because you're not in here. You're going to hear this in 90 seconds. Noodle is stealing here from you, Adam. But let's see what you do. Okay, you call now, Adam. If you're smart, you will check raise him here because if you check, Noodle's going to bet. Whether he has it or not, he's going to bet. And this is where you can take it, Adam. Just put it in about $17. Calling is also going to scare the shit out of him. Okay,
I didn't like that call.
I know that.
I'm not stealing though.
What do you have?
Pocket tens.
Pocket tens?
I, yeah.
Yeah, he's got you. I don't know if he's got you beat or not, but we're going to find
Why is
out
he
here.
checking? He's scared.
Well, maybe.
But I don't have a reason in hell to bet right here though. He's only gonna call with something that has me beat. He gave me a ride to the river. Thank you, Adam, for
He
giving
had
me
a
a ride
nice
to the
hand. He
river.
had a nice hand. When he hears this,
Adam, if you hear me, you got to bet there, man. You got to get more money out of
you
me.
got to get some value there, Adam. That's maybe what you were talking about, your thin value at the end and stuff like that. But I
Not the
think
river. You don't have to bet the river, but you got to bet the turn
the
there. You
turn
can't
is
get
where you needed to bet there, Adam. That's why if you got a coach that can watch you play and give you some advice, you'll change your game and lose some leaks really immediately and start winning. If you can't, you're not in a position to hire a coach or anything like that. Just find somebody that knows what they're doing, that wants to shadow you and can give you some guidance. And there are some folks out there that'll do it. Just be careful that you don't pick up some bad habits. Make sure the person knows what they're doing.
And if you're scared that maybe you had the ace jack, and because I get worried like that when I have an ace jack, that maybe I'm dominated, do a check raise like Al said. I mean, a check raise would have scared the hell out of me even if I had ace king there. So maybe not on the flop. Check raising the turn like that, I'd probably fold ace king. Um,
Hey Adam, I'm a blunt coach, okay? Rob, you know that, right?
he's old and grumpy.
I'm old and grumpy, but I'm going to tell you something here. I read, I pick up on every little thing. And Adam, what you just posted in the chat is a tell to me. All right? You said it's okay, it's fun. This is not a game of fun for some of us. It is a game that we're trying to make a revenue stream, and we think it's entertainment at times, we think it's enjoyable at times, but we really don't look at it as fun. Now, having said that, you just typed two words that could mean a lot of different things. I'm just saying what I think it means and everything. That win or lose, you're gonna have some fun at it. You're gonna enjoy, what you're doing. That's fine. Um, but when I'm coaching somebody, I want them to take this on seriously. Now, I'm not saying that you don't take it seriously or anything like that.
And I can attest to that, Al.
Man, that was pretty quick.
Sorry, I'm,
Because
I'm talking and playing. It's hard to do both without giving a tell. My bad.
It looked like you were
No.
trying to steal that with the huge overbet of the
Who's
pot.
talking?
Yeah,
Ed.
who is talking?
Ed, you can't talk during the hand.
No, it didn't
Okay.
bother me that you were talking, Ed. I
I had
just
the
wanted
I
to
had
know why
the
you thought that way.
I had the no, Ed. I don't want you to I don't want you to talk either way because you may convince the guy to fold or not if during the hand. After the hand, it's okay. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't mean to jump in there, but I want to keep it clean. This
No,
recording.
it was a good observation
What did you
because
have? I had the ace.
I had pocket twos and I was floating because I didn't think he had the ace,
Okay.
and the overbet. Um, I don't know what it meant to you, but it didn't mean what I thought it meant to Adam. And I
Okay.
was just wondering what made him think that.
Al, this is Steve. I got to roll off, but I'd like to thank you for the open mic.
Okay,
and
buddy.
looking forward to seeing some more of them.
Okay. Thanks.
Anybody
Every,
else got
everybody
anything?
have a good day.
Appreciate the
Steve,
input.
dang, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you all too. Have a
Later.
good day.
Tommy Flynn's asking why I'm doing. I open for a buck and a quarter all the time. That's the pot size bet. If I'm first in, I'm doing that's the 50, the 25, and my 50. That's a dollar and a quarter. If I go three times $1.50, I'm not going to get the action that I want at sometimes, and so I keep it standard at the dollar at this table here. If I'm playing at a higher limit, Tommy, I may in fact do exactly what you said because I'm thinking about the second bet, which is the turn, which is the continuation bet, and then the turn bet, and I want it to be more significant. But when I'm playing down at 25.50 and below, I definitely want to stay at the pot size bet. Does that make sense to you? Ooh, a little choppy there. Neither one of them had anything, did they? High card.
Rangers.
They both had high card. That's it.
This guy min raises under the gun every time. I don't know what that means. He's usually got just some Broadway cards.
Damn, I wanted to play this hand, but I'm out of position and I can't play them. These are sweetness
Well,
cards.
well, we sucked a lot of money out of March, didn't we?
Yeah, he was up at 150 when we
Yeah.
started. I had 9-10 suited in clubs, and I
Roster took
really
some. I
wanted to
had
see that.
10-5 off. I couldn't do anything with it.
I mean,
If any
Roy's
of you
bumped up
guys want to
about
know
six
what I'm
dollars.
talking about, go
All
ahead.
right,
Somebody's
well,
talking.
um, Adam has clarified. He said no, he meant about the needles. It's just fun. It's okay for me to do it. He wasn't talking about the game. He takes it seriously. He makes his living playing MTTs. I hear you, Adam. I'm with you, 100% then.
Adam, where do you play multi-table tournaments? I play a lot of them on here. I've had a lot of success on here more than any other sites. Do you play on Full Flush, the multi-table tournament? What's your username?
And
Or I
Tommy
guess it's
Flynn
right
on
here.
the
He's the one.
Tommy Flynn, that last hand, you saw what I had, and I still stick to the pot size bets, and I achieve what I want to achieve most of the time. Okay. Adam, I meant yeah, okay, that's the one we answered there, okay.
If I was heads up, if I was heads up.
If you were heads up, what would you do? Come on, Chubbs, put it all in.
I would have raised you. Did you have something good? Holy smokes.
I'd
I
have
knew you had
smoked you.
trash to
I
begin
was
with,
ready
but I
to
didn't know
smoke your whole ass.
you couldn't have hit it. I had nothing. I had ace high, but I was going to raise it up on you.
I was gonna smoke you on that one.
I've got ace king.
No action.
No takers.
See, and if you made it 150, you definitely get no action. I hope I answered your question, Tommy Flynn. I really appreciated the question. And if you want to come into Skype with me, just add Spath to your Skype as a member, and I'll bring you in. You can talk live on Conversation Sunday.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a conversation about the multi-table tournaments, Adam. If you want to talk, I think I've won almost every one on Full Flush, other than the 10,000. I bubbled out of it last night, and the last time that I got deep in it, I have a horrible story
Hey,
that I played a hand just completely horrible and busted out of that one.
Tommy, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. And he says he opens 150 at the 50 NL, which I should consider that. It depends on the table. It depends on you're playing 6 or 10 player table. It depends on your position. If you're playing a 10 player table and you're in an early position, I would definitely go with 3 or maybe even 4. You remember, I'm a big proponent on position, and I think that you should raise more out of position than when you're in position. So I don't think you do it because you've got pocket tens under the gun, and you do it because you're out of position there. You don't signal your strength of your hand based on your bet size. So just be careful on that.
Can I make a comment on that, Al?
Sure.
Also, your player reputation plays in that, because you get away a lot more with $1.25 at this level, where I would get a lot more calls, and I've seen that. So mine, I do 4 times and get the exact thing that you want out of it, because if I low bet, then I get more calls. Does that make sense?
You got to remember there's some people that are using some kind of hold'em manager or HUD and everything, and they're
Right.
seeing the numbers on you and they're seeing the numbers on me. I don't know if anybody's got a HUD or anything on me, but I asked somebody the other day that had one up on me, and I was 29, 29. I was 32, 32. They said you can't stay 100%. I finally there was one I had a limp on, and
Yeah, you were
I
very
think
close.
well, I was really close to being. Right on the numbers that I wanted to be on. I try to give an image of solid, aggressive player. Now, a lot of you people out there read the books and you've read about being tight, aggressive. I don't like the word tight, all right? So I've always coined the phrase solid, aggressive. I think that speaks volumes to how I play. I'm solid in the way I play. I'm aggressive when I have a hand. And if those of you that work with me or seen my videos, I would hope you would agree to that. I don't come across as tight.
I definitely agree. As one of your students, I definitely agree with that. And to try to copy that is very, very difficult style to copy. And that's where I get caught, because as I've stated to you alone, is that there's a lot to comprehend in this game than just what the book there's all to keep it all together is gigantic.
And those of you that are in chat, I know that a lot of you haven't spoken up and said whether you like this Sunday conversation, but I did post on several places on Facebook. If you take anything away from today, or if you liked it, just put a comment up there. And I don't know, it's going to be close to 3 hours. I don't know if I'll put it up on, if it's too big for the YouTube thing, I'll try. But for those that missed out on it or anything like that, I'm going to be here a little while longer. But I do appreciate those that came on Skype, those that are in chat today, and please follow Heartbeat Poker to get notices when we go live. And also, if you click on my name there in the chat and follow me on Twitch, I'd appreciate that as well. Oh, I'm in this with Adam. I'm busy talking, and Adam's checking away and everything. I want to check it back to you, Adam.
He's got something now.
No, I had I had the open-ended draw, and I didn't want to give him a chance to do something to me there. I just was happy just doing that. Again, if you just click on my name, and I appreciate that, and make a comment anytime. I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and
Yeah, there's probably no better coach in the business, man, than
Oh,
Al
this-
is, and he's free. What are you gonna do?
I think there's
Free.
oh, what's that? I think there's a lot of better coaches than me out there. I don't know what they charge and what they do or anything, but
I've played with two or three of them from 2+2, and they're not nearly as good as just watching the videos that you have.
I had
I
Pocket
want to know what the
Kings.
free part is.
What's
The
that?
free are the videos that he has. I mean, you're on Skype
the
with him
free
right now,
video.
right? You're not
He
gonna get
knows.
this from.
He knows I'm busting him. I couldn't agree with you more, Noodle. That's the needling that we get away with, right, Al?
I didn't hear what you said.
It was that Boston humor.
Hey, how did Roy get $177?
I don't know how he keeps collecting the money. I keep taking it from him, and
Did
he
he go
keeps.
all in and we didn't see him reload or something?
I don't know how he's getting the money, man.
He's had that much now for probably about 15, 20 minutes or so.
Really?
Unless he busted the guy out that's next to him, because there's a new guy there.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm gonna go back up in the chat and see if he won a big pot here.
I wasn't paying
I
attention.
wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking.
Me
Oh,
too.
he shopped that $130 with Martz, and at that time he was all in. He must have done it that time and took advantage of the thing. Yeah, Adam, just download Skype. It's real easy and it's free, and you'll enjoy it. And also on the HB, you want to check out Dave Hitman Romer, who's the Lango. He streams on Wednesday night, the MTT on that one. So you want to listen to Dave. He's the lead coach over at Poker School Online. I hired him at Poker School when I was the dean over there a long time ago, and he's a great guy out of Chicago. What do you got, Noodle? Oh no, never mind. Adam's in the hand. Sorry. But he's not on live, so he can't hear. Now you can talk because it's a 90-second delay. Noodle?
I got queen nine offsuit.
Okay. Does he have a pair to call you? He does.
He does.
Oh, no question with the jack. I don't know
Whoa!
what the delay was on that one. He thought he was beat somehow?
I don't know. The way that played out, I was expecting to fold that too.
He said it was a strong bluff. Not strong enough, though. Not strong enough. Adam, I want you to answer this question in chat. I know you're going to hear it in a second. If Noodle would have went all in on the end, would you have called with the Queen Jack? That's the question of the day, Adam. What would you have done? You called 16, but would you have called the whole bet? If you would have went $48. Be honest, Adam.
Or would you have thought it was more of a bluff if I went all in?
He
He said it
texted
looked like a
strong
diamond
bluff.
draw. What do you think?
He said strong bluff.
No, he said that earlier. He said
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's
I'm
earlier.
sorry.
Now he just said it looked like a diamond draw. What do you think? And he'll hear our conversation here in a second because he's not in this Skype. So we'll just wait on him.
I wasn't trying to represent the diamond draw. I was trying to represent that I had flopped the wheel. Just when a diamond came out, I'm not sure how he got the diamond draw. There was a diamond on the turn, which was when he caught the jack. Regardless of the fact, he made the right read. Nice call.
March is going to raise it up here like $1.50. Yeah. See,
He,
I
on the
like
cutoff.
to when I'm not engaged in a hand. I like to look around the table and get patterns of people, what they do when they're first in, stuff like that. What's their betting range? What's their hand range? If I can get that information. So I'm always working. There's people that tell me all the time that I'm card dead, and I say, well, what are you doing when you're card dead? Are you watching things? So that when you do get cards, you can take advantage of it? And they say, no, I just kind of, you know, look off or I don't get involved in it. I'm looking all the time. I want to know every bit of information I can, and that's what I think makes me a better than average poker player, along with card reading skills and some other things. But information is what this game's about. How you take it in, how you put it together, the story, and how you get answers to your questions. He would not have heroed the shove.
Yeah,
He
sometimes you
thought,
just gotta cram it all in there.
yeah, he thought that the pot bet that he almost folded to the pot bet. So yeah, it was a matter of the size of the bet that lost you that hand, Noodle, not because of your cards. I totally agree with Adam on that. For $16, I'm holding top pair with a decent kicker. I'm gonna call you down, especially since not that you've shown a lot of bluffs here, but you've had a lot of bluffs because you've talked about it and he's watching the stream, so he knows your MO.
No pot control in here.
Mm.
And that's the first time he's called me.
Unexpected win there.
Well, I mean, he doesn't call very often. I figured he had something better than King 10.
Hey, Rob, are you in the chat as well?
Yep.
Can you, on the stream that I'm running and everything, you see at the top where PayPal is for the donations and stuff like that. Is my email spelt wrong?
Okay, run slow, but I'll keep
No,
my eye
it's
out.
not. It's not in that. In the PayPal, right under where the PayPal thing is, top right. It's not the scroll. The box at the top of the page to the right hand side.
Yes,
It's spelled wrong.
yes.
It's not Alspath.
A space.
Yeah, it's
A.
supposed to be Alspath at Alspath.com. Okay, I'll let them know about that. I appreciate it.
Also, Al,
Yeah.
if you're gonna let them know, when I got my email when I woke up for the invite to this,
Yes.
all it says is that Heartbeat Poker is gone live. It doesn't say anything with you. So that's just their whole channel sending it out. So you don't know what's going on.
Oh, I didn't think that was happening. I'll definitely talk to them about that.
So it said nothing about
The Sunday conversation.
anything about you or Sunday conversation. It could have been Drush. It could have been one of the other people running something.
I think you got ace nine here, and it's a semi bluff. I'm gonna fold my four.
I had pocket sevens.
I had 5-4. I was gonna come over the top of you, but I
Thought you
figured,
had ace queen
huh?
or
Nah,
something.
nah. I had
Ace.
5-4 suited. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some feedback, Noodle. Okay? And
Yes, sir.
and you could win a lot more money, especially against Ronster and myself. You bluff and you come over the top too much with weak hands. If you got to redraw at something, I could see you doing it. I would cut back on yours, maybe 50% of the time, and I would add in about 20% of the time when you have better hands to do it, because I, I, I know you get away with it and you can at the six player, but
Nope.
because
I
we're
was
here
just
and,
I
and
was I was gonna bring that up a moment ago that I had done that twice to you, and
I caught on a
each
couple.
yeah no you didn't catch on. I think you can just feel it. You played enough hands where if somebody floats on you, and not only that, but you're playing quality hands. That play that I'm trying to do on you is for people that play loose, and
Now,
it's not a
you don't
profitable
want to
play.
be on that side of the table with me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
On that side of on the left side of me.
Al, I've got to go.
Okay, man. Take care.
I'll talk to you a little bit later today.
Yeah, I'm going pretty soon myself. But I
Thank
wanted
you, everybody.
close to three. It's close to 3 hours.
It's been an hour since I've been on. So
I
Had a good
thanks,
time with you
everybody.
guys.
had King 10.
See you, Rob.
Hey,
I had trip
Noodle,
eights.
get my info off of Skype.
I will. I will.
Add me as a contact.
I'm gonna get it right now. Hang on.
Well, I don't know what else is on for the rest of the afternoon, folks. I know there's lots of games over at Heartbeat Poker and on Full Flush. I know tonight they have something on the schedule. Check out the schedule whenever you can. Uh, I enjoyed it this morning. I'm going to stay around to my big blind and then we'll jump off. Uh,
I'm gonna give this a shot here, and it didn't work
oh,
out.
Jacripney said he got an email that said Al was having an open mic. Did it say Sunday conversation on it, Jacripney?
Yeah, and the email that I got, it said Sunday conversation with
Okay, then
Al
Rob didn't open it up. He probably got an email from Heartbeat Poker, but he didn't open it up to see who in fact was twitching. So he was incorrect.
There you are. Now, how do I add you as a friend? I think I got it, Rob. Follow.
Great, thank you, Jacripney. That's good. Thank you. Well, folks, next hand is my Aloha hand. I always play my Aloha hand with a limp. It's just a superstition on my part. And if I'm raised off of it, so be it. If I've got a good hand, so be it. So I am limping this hand. Limping is for losers, but I may have aces, I may have tens, I may have 2-7, I may have 10-ace, or who knows what I have. Noodle's going to take a shot because it's almost like a straddle with Al, in that he posted without or bet without caring
I
what his
give you
cards
a
were.
guess. I don't like the hand that I have.
So
Not that
the
it's not a good hand.
dollar and a quarter for my Aloha hand. I'm closing the betting, and I am playing, folks. I am playing, folks.
Roy's got to be in this friggin' hand. The
Yeah,
one
well,
person at the table.
Yeah, well, Roy don't have to worry about anything because Roy is getting nixed here.
Well, Roy, what are you gonna do? Well, I sure would like to come over the top. I'm folding ace jack and I'm going home with you.
I had
Um,
10-6 suited. Anyhow, thanks everybody. I really appreciate you coming out today. Tell some friends. Look for Al Spath coaching during the week. I'll be doing some sessions, shadowing some people, and you're welcome to listen in. Take care, and thank you, Mr. Curry, and thank you, Adam, and everybody else.
thank you guys.
All right.
See ya.
We'll see you all later on. Thank you now.